Welcome to our channel and to this video. If you are new to this channel, we are Carla and João, a not so young couple that uprooted from England to return home to Portugal and to the big skies of Serra da Aboboreira. Abandoned for over 3 decades, this unique 10-hectare piece of land is perched on the slopes of Aboboreira mountain in the north of Portugal. Fertile land reclaimed from the mountain's steep slopes by impressive terraces, protected from the abundant waters through a system of ancient granite tanks and water mines. The Degraus da Aboboreira Quinta is coming back to life through our, at times, clumsy efforts. I was born and raised here, whilst João, a Lisbon native, has been captivated by the hidden beauty of the terraces, and both him and I are determined to restore them to their former glory. If you'd like to know more about us and our project, please watch our videos and consider subscribing. We would be very grateful for your much needed support.
Já viste a mangueira, não?
Ainda funciona? É o sifão mais longo da história da humanidade.
Anda cá.
O que é que estás a rir?
Ai.
Então, bicha. E nós a querer desentupir isto, nunca na vida. Olha o sifãozinho ali.
Tem que...
Mas olha que está mais baixo. Está mais
good
baixo.
job, wasn't it?
A pretty good
A
job.
pretty good job.
Pretty good job.
The longest siphon in the world. It's doing something.
It definitely
I think we have a bit more debris there than what we had last time.
Yes.
But it's the water level is also slower. Has decreased a little bit.
Also, there's less space in the tank with all this soil.
But I think it did manage to hold.
Yeah, I'm
Just
surprised
a small,
that
I think we have a little bit more, but just small amounts.
small amounts.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's the water that's coming out of it. There's still a lot of water coming out underneath. Do you see that darker bit there?
Yeah.
There's a lot of water coming out of there. And I think that's what caused the collapse. But that tree made its job. Has done its job, holding the rest of it. I'm surprised that rock there hasn't
It's quite impressive.
fallen yet. So I think
Positive things is, so the siphon worked, that pipe there,
it was a good
the
idea.
inlet
to put
also worked, and I think that's
Put
what
that,
we
yeah.
need to do in the orange one. We need to
Also,
create like
yes.
an infrastructure.
And the other also working, the lateral
A
drain.
lot of water here.
Yeah, this
still.
drain is working as well. Not perfect, but still some water over there.
I'm not sure if that's water.
It's not rainwater only.
No?
No,
Don't
if
think
it
so.
was rainwater, it would already. See,
Gone.
because
Yeah,
there's
true.
the water's coming. It's appearing down there as well. So I think it's whatever water comes from here.
Correct.
It's appearing down there. As
You
well.
are correct.
Of course I am. Este está aí um jeitinho. Está sem terra para fora.
O problema é que o tubo descaiu.
Pois, aquele também.
Aquele realmente não tinha lembrado disso, o tubo vai flex.
Sim.
Aquele está bonito ali.
Aquele está bonito. Consegues dar aí um pontapé no tubo para pôr.
Não é um pontapé, é preciso segurá-lo, não é?
E um pauzinho. Isso. Isso. Mais para cima um bocadinho.
Mas é muita água, é?
Então, não tem água.
Isto aqui tem que ser de máquina.
Não tem água.
Temos que fazer uma
E pá, comeu tudo por baixo, já não está a entrar nada
exatamente.
no tubo.
Temos que fazer uma entrada como deve ser e depois tapar o tubo.
Sim, ele caiu, não é? Perdeu o apoio aqui.
Sim.
It lost its support underneath here and it fell over there. But it's a lot of water. This one has had a lot of water. There's zero water going into that tube.
Pipe.
And the pipes, even the cement pipes, have been completely diverted.
It's doing something. If you look at the end, all the water is going straight into the...
Well, it's going to the tank, but the thing is, it's getting...
I think once we have some more dry weather, we need to
fix this,
rethink the design of the system.
Down there, it's all swamp.
Yeah.
It's a big swamp down there.
But I think it's pretty good news.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. I think these walls have withstand more than 100 years. So they've seen this amount of water before.
So nothing new for them. And the thing is, the ones that have collapsed, they've collapsed maybe 20 years ago, so they are quite steady and stable. Yeah.
They found an equilibrium. The only bit that collapsed was the bit that we fiddled with.
Yeah.
Well, so far we're not seeing all the kilometers of walls that we have, but it seems like the main ones are okay. I'm really intrigued with this rock here. Maybe it was a part of the system that was supposed to channel the water through the carved stone over there. You see the water has eroded everything around carved stone, and the water is not going over the stone anymore. It's completely diverted.
I think that's where part of the dirt came from. It's all this pit here.
It's too much flow, and it's eroding everything. Oh, there's a lot of water coming out of that rock as well. Yeah, there's definitely a bit more soil that fell, but not too much.
Not too much, which is a good thing for us, I guess.
This is a massive rock here, and it's keeping this in place. This bit in place here. I think it's probably on top of the bedrock, and that's why it hasn't fallen. Yeah, I'm really intrigued by that one there. I think that is part of a step system that was supposed to bring the water to the carved stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nature is amazing, isn't it? Give it 2 weeks of sunny weather and this will be a forest again.
I think once we have dry weather, we just need to do a bit more work around this area.
Definitely.
Try to clear the wall. And then
you see where the water was supposed to come out, right?
Because you have water coming there, and then also water coming from the other side. The thing with the other side is if you dig a ditch, you can bring all the water to this point.
Yes. So let's see how this terrace is holding up to all the water that is coming from the mine close to the vineyard. Ah, you have a nice waterfall. Nice. Okay, so this is where all this, okay, so I'm getting my feet wet. This is where all this sediment was coming from. I mean, the wall seems relatively alright considering, but definitely I now see where all this sediment comes from. Alright, so, okay. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad, but definitely we want to avoid this. And this is the edge of our property. This is our most intact olive grove area, which has a lot of water, and that's possibly why it wasn't producing. The yield wasn't great on olives. So we need to prune these. These have been pruned a year ago very dramatically, but they need a new prune, a production prune, to shape it so that they start producing. They weren't producing very much, and I guess now I know why, is that all that water is coming over here and they don't like water, or too much of it. We tried to replicate them vegetatively, but that didn't work with the remains of the serious prune. That didn't work. These are all dead. I don't think they were done properly by the contractor. So that's why none of them worked. So one important lesson is, if you want things well done, you have to learn how to do them and do them yourself. And this path was completely, so this is the edge of our property, which is walled up on this side. And on the edge of our property there was a path, and this is the path, and it was completely covered in trees and brush and overgrown vegetation and rocks, and it was impossible to cross. And now we can, because we've cleared all this last year. It was quite difficult because access was limited, and we needed to fix that wall over there to protect our olive trees, which were being eaten by the neighbors' goats. So that wall was it was in tatters, really. It was in tatters, and we've paid a company to fix them. Experts in dry stone walling. I'm not too happy about it yet, and they said they were going to come and fix it with cement to make it stronger, but they haven't so far. It's been almost a year. It's going to be a year in April. So So yeah, we've cleaned all of these up until up there. Now we're missing another section of it, and when we do clean that section, we'll be able to go around our property go around the property completely using this public path, which will be great for hikes. It's a lovely walk around the property. At places completely walled up, at others only small stones in the ground, and it's lovely as a lovely hike. So that's what we fixed. These are a good 3 meters. I'm a good 3 meters above it now. We've pruned a little bit those oak trees. Clearly they need a little bit more pruning. And we fixed this wall and we put a gate there to stop the goats, the neighbors' goats, from coming in. They were eating and killing our olive trees because they eat. The goats, they're great to clear the land and keep it tidy. The problem with the goats that they like to eat the bark of the trees, particularly the olive trees, and that it's one of the only things that actually kills olive trees is if you eat the bark. If you eat the bark of the olive trees, is one of the few things that actually kills them. Oh, the water goes all the way there. Great. I can see where the water comes from. Okay, I see. There's water there. And there's water over there. All right. I can see. That's not ideal. We definitely need to divert that waterfall. Okay. And this is the next terrace, which I was showing you from up top. I was there just now. This is the early bit of the old olive grove where we had the 3 rows of olive trees. And these are the roots we pulled out of the dead ones. And we need to prune all of these as well. And let's see what damage the water is doing on this level. So this is the bit of the farm that I prefer because it's the most intact one. And you can actually walk around because you don't have vegetation up to your head. Alright, so the water is, as you can see, in that corner there, maybe you can't see, but that's where the water from up there is coming. And that's why we had a bunch of vegetation here. It's a very wet corner. And we were wondering why it was so wet. Now we know. See all the water here? This water comes from the vineyard mine. Well, the wall, the most important thing is that the wall seems pretty good. I mean, these guys knew what they were doing, clearly. And it's important that they have the little stones missing from the corners so that the water can be drained out of the other side. Yeah, but there's a lot of water coming over there. So this is the dead brush, the brush from clearing the path around the property. And that's the wall we fixed. Air quotes. Dry stone walling is very nice, but it doesn't really work, does it? See, I can dry stone wall as well. It's not that difficult. A neighbor tried to come here with an excavator and clean it, but he got to a point that the excavator stopped and didn't have any strength to pull all the vegetation and rocks and everything. So we needed to fix it by hand. It's still not great, but it's better than it was. Much better than it was. And it had a whole bunch of wires from the vineyard, and we had to again cut those by hand as well. That was good fun. Good afternoon. Good afternoon well spent.
Estamos a documentar para a prosperidade. Pois dizem.
O dia é que se passou.
Estás a ver?
Podia arrancar o arame.
Quando eles tiraram o arame todo.
Eu tinha uma colega no secundário Dizia sempre, tenho que ir para casa já, tenho a roupa no arame.
Tá? Está mais ali ou é para cortar?
Acho que é. Okay, so the water is coming here, all the way down here, creating these nice gullies. Oh, this is nice. It's quite by the stream. I think the mine gallery we have there was supposed to be absorbing all this water so that it doesn't do this. And here you can see the several layers of our nicest terraces. These are definitely our nicest terraces. You see Joan is up there fixing and cleaning our pickup. And we still have a bunch of metal poles and wire everywhere from the old vineyards, the old vines they used to have here, which were planted usually around the edge of the field so that the fields would be planted with some other crop. Well, at least we can walk here, because a year ago we had brooms, like 4 meters high brooms. We couldn't even see how tall the terraces were. So it took us the best part of a year to clean all of those. That's the mine gallery that was supposed to be draining the water. So these mine gallery is probably even longer than the one we have by the vineyard. And it has a stone to stop the water from coming out, stone at the entrance still, stop the water from coming out, but the water is coming from underneath the stone. And I've never seen this mine with water before, but now it has about 10 to 20 centimeters, 10 to 15 centimeters, I guess, of water over there. They have all these massive rocks on top of, so this is not carved in stone like the other one. Not, at least not up to, I would say 10 meters. Then it's probably carved in the bedrock, but here in the front, it's massive rocks in the ceiling. I think it's quite impressive they've done this before the age of machinery. More than 100 years ago, that's for sure. That puts us in the 1920s, maybe earlier. They did all this with, I don't know, ox and carts and pulleys. Quite impressive. So we're coming up with a system to divert the water, or part of the water at least. This is a proof of concept. We bring in water by gravity from the mine using our hoses, trying to see if the gravity works to divert the water away from our land. Hello!
Hello.
You look like a smurf.
Mas o que é que eu acho? O que é que tu achas? Eu vi uma mina ali naquela...
Uma mina? Como assim? Uma galeria de mina?
Sim.
And that is it for today, guys. We see signs of improvement in the weather conditions, and hopefully that will allow us to do some more work at the farm going forward. We do still have the olive trees to prune, and we are getting dangerously out of season for that. We also have the grafting of the vines coming up in early March, so fingers crossed the weather finally holds. Hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, take care and dare to dream.